Good afternoon. Today we're going to talk about knife skills, cutting knife skills. But first I'm going to pour myself a small glass of wine here. Anyway, all right. First of all, I like to pick a knife that is very comfortable and very balanced. This particular one is a Wusthof Grand Prix. It's an 8 to 10 inch chef knife. Other people call it a French chef knife. I like to have my knives very sharp and steel from time to time with this diamond steel. Take a moment to take any little metal particles off there. So we're just going to do today, we're going to do mirepoix and set it up in a mise en place situation here. So first of all, carrots, celery, and onion. I like to also have a waste bowl nearby. So I'm going to just take off some of the outer layer of the carrot. And then we're going to cut it into little matchsticks or something of that sort. So the matchstick lengths, or julienne, some people call them. Now you got a round surface here, or a round carrot. Be very careful making that first cut. A lot of times I like to make a flat surface first. Try to make these cuts as consistent as possible, so that the vegetables will cook very evenly. Okay, and there's that flat surface that I'm talking about. There's the julienne or matchsticks. Do the same here. I'm using my 3 fingers here out front and keeping the thumb behind. And this is something that you want to work and practice on. And you want to hold that knife next to that front finger. So we're making the matchsticks here with the celery, okay, or the julienne. Now, I think I'll just knock these off and get them into our. Now, I like to rock the blade. Some people lift that blade completely off the cutting board. I like to rock the blade. Get these lined up. Get my fingers in place. Rock, 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 rock. Try to keep that blade when you're pushing over your vegetables. Always either turn it over on the back side, but never drag your knife across. Especially nowadays the plastic cutting boards are very damaging to the sharpness of the knife. Okay, so we're going to put these over here in our mise en place. All right, just finish these up, then we'll get to the onion. Well, let's keep those out of the way. Try not to do too many at a time, especially if you're new at this. Start with a smaller amount of matchsticks. Try to keep those dices very, very consistent. Now, a lot of times you can use this bench scraper to pick these up. Makes your job a lot easier. Now I want to show you my favorite with an onion. You have 2 ends. You have a root end and you have a flower end. This is the portion that comes up and out of the ground, the root being down here. I keep the root on. I cut the flower, the stem end off, and then I make a half cut here, and peel back any of the parts that I'm going to discard into my bucket here. Again, pull that off, leaving the root behind. And what that does is that holds your onion together. That'll hold your onion together. I come perpendicular to the roll of the onion and like to come around the side, make an initial cut there, here, 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 and hit. Whoop. That's that sharp knife I was talking about. Then I line that up, make straight cuts, and this is kind of a pushing, cutting motion here, coming from the back or front, right in front of me, and push, leaving the root behind. I'm gonna go right here. Take the second half of that onion. Try to do a little better job. I'm going to start right over here. Go almost to the root. The root holds the whole onion in place. Make very straight cuts. There we go. I discard a little bit. Very little waste here. Keep a nice clean board. And there you have carrot, celery, and onion.